Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Let me give the people some time to get in here because I needed some, let the people get in here when they can. Welcome, everybody. And this time, links that I need. Welcome, everybody, guys. Welcome. Shout out to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great night. It is Tuesday. How is everybody doing though so far? Let me know in the chat. Now, as I'm pulling some of these links, is this it? Is that it? Which link was I watching? Hold up, y'all, because I want to make sure I got everything going on correctly. How's everybody doing? Hey, Mel. Hey, Melly. Welcome. Hey, how are you? You said, oh my God, the title. Hey, Pippi. Welcome, you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Listen, we just started. I'm just giving the people some time to get in here. I need to pull some other links of the topics that we are going to talk about today because it's a lot happening. With the, make sure I got this link and I got my coffee. Hopefully we can get things going. How's everybody doing? All right. Welcome, everybody. Yes, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Hey, Cheeks, I see you. Oh, your back hurts. I'm sorry. That shit hurts. Xenu Free, welcome. Shout out to you. Heidi, Gaslit, Sarah, Bo. Shout out to Sarah Lynn. Thank you for being here. The news won't stop newsing. No, it won't. Pippi Lawn Stockings, welcome. Lovey Cats, Kissamooch, welcome. Heidi. Everybody come through. Hey, Olson, welcome. Bombeca, welcome. The Acolyte, welcome to what is T Go Get 'em Paranormal. Welcome, love. Sorry, I had to slow down and make sure I said your name correctly. Chico, welcome. C Miller, welcome. Cheeks, officials in the house. Shauna B, Venus. Everybody, just do it. Welcome. Cat B, Daisy Girl. Not Daisy Girl. I got Daisy Girl, and then I got Daisy K. Welcome, Daisy K. Yo, you guys, I got a lot of Lindas with an eyes too. Shout out to my Lindas. Welcome. Can't you already gifting memberships? Oh my God, you guys, if you guys got a membership, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, love. Thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody. Yes, the coffee's hidden. Listen, I was very slow this morning and this afternoon. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm tired. Honestly, I think it was just like a lot of Diddy yesterday, and it won't be a lot of Diddy tonight. It will be at least a little bit on just a couple updates that we have so far, but that's all we have. We're gonna get into that. Hey, Ingrid. Hey, Don. Hey, the Acolyte. Hey, Rhiannon. Everybody. Is it KFIC89? Welcome. Truth Seeker. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. Welcome. Sylvia's in the house. Christy B's in the house. Look at Zeno got a free membership. Yay. Thank you, Canvas and Crime. You guys, if you get those memberships, put those hearts in the chat. Thank you. But we definitely got some topics today. And then I got some other videos that I got to. There's so many topics I have to do. I'm doing also an update on, you guys know we were covering BJ investigates, that's private witness, that whole Lima Yaremovich thing. We got to look into that again because there's some stuff that's brewing on that one. So we got to look at it again. There's that. And then I want to circle back on some of the Scientology stuff because of some of the stuff that was happening in some court hearings. So we got to circle back on that. So we're going to go there. But I'm taking my time. Okay. That's what I'm going to do because it's a lot happening. And I can't always catch up, but I'm going to do what I can. Is it, oh man, you changed your name? Is it Aryeni? Aryeni. Renee, tell me let me know if I said it correctly. Welcome, love. Shout out to you. Aryeni? Aryeni. I think I said it correctly. Tia, yes, you got a gifted membership. Oh, yes. DJ, we got to get back to it. Pika's in the house. Welcome. All right. So we got some stuff on the docket today, guys. We got to talk a little bit. First of all, we got to talk about the Menéndez brothers, okay? We got the Menéndez brothers, and then we got to talk about Jonathan Aie's court hearing today that BJ actually did a really good video on, but I'm so confused by like, how is it that This man hasn't seen, like, this man is in custody, but hasn't seen a judge. And there's been kind of weird stuff happening with this docket. And for those that don't know who Jonathan Aie is, he is a man that I believe in 2018. And for those that might have followed this more in depth, please let me know. Jonathan Aie went to the Trump Hotel in Florida, and he had the American flag and he was shooting. Okay. He gets detained and he starts outing Diddy. He starts saying, this was in 2018. It's coming back to me. He starts outing Diddy. He starts saying that he was a S slave for Diddy, and that he had had sex with Diddy and Cassie, and that he was outing DJ Khaled. He was outing a bunch of people. French Montana, I think, was one of them, for essentially participating in things. Okay, that's what he was doing. So this man has been sitting behind bars for quite some time. Initially, we all thought that he was dead, but he's not. He's alive. And people have said, oh, he's hidden. He's hidden somewhere. Someone's got him hidden. And then the video went viral of him basically saying that he had, he had slept with various people in the industry. Okay. So this man hasn't seen a judge. He's supposed to have a court hearing today. I was told about the court hearing, but I didn't attend. I think BJ did. And I was listening to her video, and basically he was a no-show to his court hearing when he's in custody. That whole situation is so odd to me, period. It just is. It is. So we're gonna get into that here in a minute. Oh my god, hold up. I want to make sure I said okay. Renee Ariane, or see, Arieni, I'm gonna want to say your name. Ar Areni. I think I said it correctly. Renee Areni. Did I say it correctly? Let me know. Areni. Pretty sure. Drop a heart in the chat. Let me know. Thank you guys for complimenting the hair. Thank you. Just doing a little something different. It'll probably drive me crazy because it's a little too poofy. But yeah, we did a little something today. Oh, and by the way, I'm still trying to schedule that little hair thing that I need to do. So I'm probably gonna do it maybe next week, where we get some more highlights and then we do a touch up on the purple, because the purple needs to go back. And I see some gray. Y'all don't see it, but I see it. So I want to go like platinum. Thank you. You said, yeah, well, you do right. But see, Chico, I don't think he refused court. I think he wasn't even taken to his hearing. The way I heard from BJ's video, I don't think he was taken to any court case, any hearing whatsoever. So Jonathan Aie did not see a judge today. And the people, I guess we'll just start with Aie since we're talking about him. Listen, let's get into it. So the people were tagging me on Twitter. Shout out to my beautiful messy ball, and a bunch of other people were tagging me to what is going on with Aie. Now, Aie, I'm gonna show you guys. Where are my bookmarks? Thank God there's bookmarks. Okay. This is it right here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And let me situate myself right here. And I'll put this here. So this is where it starts. My goodness. 10:15 hearing update. I attended the Jonathan Aie court hearing via Zoom this morning, and once again, neither Jonathan nor his lawyer made an appearance. At this point, it's hardly a surprise. Interestingly, his ex-wife, Melissa Aie, was listed as an observer in the Zoom gallery. We weren't permitted to record, and the judge spoke very quickly, so please forgive any errors in my notes. If there are any inaccuracies, feel free to correct them. I'm working on obtaining the transcript, but in the meantime, here's what I gathered from the combined notes. And what's interesting is that BJ also said she was at the hearing. She heard it. She said that people were speaking very fast and whatnot. So it was like it went by way too quickly as far as this goes. Okay. So the case initially started at 9:17 in the morning by Judge Andre Woodson, who remarked that it was out of her division and stated that she would be passing the case. The judge moved on the other cases, with Oddi cases being briefly discussed again at about 9:30 before moving on once more. After handing several other cases, she returned to Jonathan Oddi's case at 9:54, asking if anyone had been in contact with Oddi's lawyer, Christopher DeCoste. Adam Schwartz, possibly the state attorney, responded that he had texted DeCoste, who was unable to appear, and requested an additional 30 days to prepare for a plea. The new hearing date was set for November 15th, 2024, and the docket has been updated accordingly. The judge was moving through cases so quickly, making it near impossible to keep with notes. Several times the court went off the record, and both video and audio being turned off for extended periods. For those of us unfamiliar with court procedures, it gave the impression that the hearing might have been over, right? And that does happen. While this could be completely routine, I couldn't shake the feeling that it might have been done to make us think that it was finished and encourage us to leave. With the heightened interest from investigative journalists, it seems like the judge was on high alert. After speaking with others who attended, we all agreed that there appeared to be an effort to minimize attention. My concern about the strangeness of the hearing and the entire case in general were confirmed by legal professionals who also found the proceedings highly suspicious. For those that are coming in, we are talking about the Jonathan Aie case. Get out of here. Timothy Glover, 2019 Smash Puff Wax figure, 5150D. Really, Venus? Did that actually happen? Thank you for the $2, though, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When did that happen? So that is a Jonathan Aie case. We're trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Weird. They set it back again. Now I'm kind of curious. Beautiful Messy Ball, shout out to you. If you watch the replay, please keep tagging me on this, because I know I didn't attend today, but I'm very much wanting to attend in November. That's when the next hearing is happening. I don't think Beautiful Messy Ball's in the chat, but if she is, I definitely want to hear into it. Okay, Venus, I'm gonna put that on my book. Okay. Yeah. You said the hate. I don't think it's hate. You talk about the hate. Are you talking about Diddy or Jonathan Aie? I think there's a lot of curiosity about Jonathan Aie. You know, yeah, I don't know. So let me keep reading. It says it's crucial that we have people attending these hearings in person. So if you know anyone in Miami area who might be willing to go, please encourage them to attend and report on it. The lack of mainstream coverage on such an unusual case is both surprising and deeply concerning. We, the public, have the right to know what's happening. Something about this case doesn't add up, and we need to make it clear to the court that we're paying attention. We cannot allow the strange behavior that's been happening since 2018 to continue to go unchecked. You said, if I wonder if Audie's case is intertwined with Diddy, therefore they won't let him speak. It does make you wonder if there is any entanglement in this matter, because I can't help but wonder if that is the case currently right now as we speak. Okay. Please share this with anybody, and shout out to this. She follows me. I just followed her back. Is it Peanut Lee? Look at, they have had, so look at all those felonies. I don't think you could see it. Hold up. I'm sorry. Let me remove the comment. 1 second. Look at that. The docket, all the hearings, different attorneys. This man has not seen anybody yet since 2018. That's my understanding, that he hasn't like really had a hearing. How does this happen? And ever since he said what he said, look at all that. Y'all can't see that, but that's what it looks like. I mean, ever since, because he did expose something on that video. He said that he was an slave for Diddy and Cassie in 2018, way before the Cassie lawsuits, way before all of this. And then he went to go shoot up the Trump hotel in Miami. Then he had the American flag with him, and everybody thought he was crazy when he was sitting in there being interrogated. It's the same guy with the viral video. He said he was an S-slave for Diddy and Cassie in 2018. And then all this stuff starts coming out about them, you guys. So I do wonder about this. I do have to wonder. Now, I got some other news that I got to share with you guys too, since we're here. I posted on my community. Let's see, did it go through? I think it did. Hopefully I can share this with you guys. Let's share what I'm showing you guys. Let me stop sharing that real quick. I got to share with you guys something else. Not the entire screen, but this one right here. So, attorney for Sean Diddy Combs wrote a letter, I guess, demanding to know the victims of especially these 5 victims of Diddy, right? Essentially, they're wanting to know what is going on, like why are their names being sealed. They're labeled as Jane Does and John Does for those that are coming in new. So Diddy's attorney is wanting to know the names, okay? And I'm not going to read this whole thing, like on behalf, we kind of know, yada, 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 yada. But I guess we'll just go to maybe see if we can get somewhere over here. Let's see. Third, the publicity of these allegations in civil suits seriously undermines Mr. Combs' rights to a fair trial. The attorney and plaintiffs are making these allegations are not bound by local rule 23.1, and I can therefore make and have made limitless and unchallenged statements to the press. Mr. Combs' denials, on the other hand, are constrained by Rule 23. So it's a bunch of legal stuff. Essentially, what is being said, it's a demand letter to basically release the Jane Doe's and John Doe's names. They want to know the names of the people filing these lawsuits and allegations. K-Mac, I'm there with you on that one. I feel like it's an attempt to victim shame. And this is why I put it on my community wall. I said, listen, is it possible? Here it is. Is it possible that these names are going to be released? Is it possible that the people are going to be well aware who's what? This is his letter. To request that the court direct the government to identify its alleged victims so that Mr. Combs can prepare for trial, and to allow defense counsel to ensure compliance with local rule 23.1. You guys, what's going to happen here? That's that. So this is a demand letter from Diddy's attorney, basically for the court. They want to know who the victims are. That's what they're saying. It's what they want. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they won't find him until May. Who are you talking about? You talking about Oddi? Suddenly they won't find him. Like, I'm a little concerned that Oddi's gonna be unalived. I don't know. Might be Epstein. I hate to say it that way, but I don't know. Right? It's the same with Diddy. Like, something seems weird about the situation. Kim says the audacity, he will hunt those victims with his people and go after them. I don't think anybody's safe. You said Jag about to be on that Oddi list. Stop it, Night Char. Stop. Oh my God. You said even if it goes through, all underage victims better be protected, right? The acolyte, like at the very least, the underage victim, at the very least, right? We need to protect the victim that's underage. That's for sure. So this just hit the presses, the letter in full for those that are not aware about what's going on. Now, we got to move on to the Menendez. You guys, oh my God, the Menéndez brothers. Like, I am so behind. I'm behind. It happens when you're trying to catch up with everything that's going on, right? Oh man, I think there's going to be a press conference tomorrow, and hopefully I can stream it. You guys know we've talked about the Menéndez brothers here before. Yeah, we are all putting in work tonight. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Sources tell Vanity Fair the Menendez brothers may be headed for freedom. You heard that? Okay. 5 months ago, I did a video and I talked about a man, and I might give you guys the short on this one, okay? 5 months ago, I did a video on the Menendez brothers and their connection with the boy band Menudo, right? Menudo. Roy Rosselló is one of the band mates. You know, he was there with Ricky Martin and all of them, right? A lot of you guys may not know who Menudo is, but if you know who Ricky Martin is, you know he was part of Menudo. So for those that are kind of new, right? Well, wasn't the father was like head of RCA, okay? And so this is like music industry stuff going on. Well, Roy Rosselló was a member of Menudo, and essentially he was prostituted to the Menendez brothers' dad. And he happened to remember that. And he gave a statement, an affidavit, and signed it. And he said, "This is what happened to me. Their father did X, Y, and Z to me." Okay. And then in addition to that, they're looking, the Menendez family, they're looking at like different things, right? You had somebody that testified in court and said that these boys were being violated, sexually, and that mom knew and didn't do anything about it, right? You have that out there. People had said it. And then they found what looks to be letters and writings. These kids were, these young boys at the time were being violated by their own father. Okay. And so, thank you. This letter, thank you for saying this. And that was the other thing too, Venus. The letter to the cousin in 1988 is also very telling, right? Now, some people out there do feel like, well, wait a minute. They still killed their parents. There's a lot of people out here that, get violated by a parent and don't go out and commit those crimes. But I think that what we have come to learn here is just how complex situations like this can be, right? The fact that back when their trial was happening, people didn't look at, yeah, thank you for saying this. It was more than just violated, they were tortured. Thank you, absolutely. The fact that back then people didn't take child essay serious, you guys. Like when I did the video, you had Jay Leno making jokes about it. There were songs about it. People had parodies about the Menéndez brothers. What's her name? The comedian with the red hair, Kathy Griffin. She also like these they didn't take child essay serious, okay? And so then a lot of this was minimized. I mean, we are not where we were 35 years ago when all of this went down. You know what I mean? A lot has evolved. At the same time, it's been like it's now coming out like this letter. No, and I love that you asked this. Who asked this? Hold up. Somebody asked a really good question. Unapproachable Live, why did it take so long for this to come out? It's been out, Unapproachable Light. It's that letter it's been out for years. Somebody in the family, they passed away. I believe it was a cousin, testified to the fact that one of the brothers had, said that something was going on with him, and they ignored it. They threw it out. This has been like a long time coming and people ignored it. That just tells you how the judicial system moves. You know what I mean? It just moves so different. Yeah, people, thank you for saying this. They mocked Eric's sexuality. They just mocked these men, absolutely, mommers, absolutely. Jill, thank you for gifting a membership. If you guys got a membership from my supporter Jill, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The acolyte says parents would be alive if the police would have taken it seriously. It's crazy to blame the original victim for their response to trauma like that. Yeah. Definitely. I agree with you on that. I don't know anyway, so we'll get to the article here, but I think it's important, and thank you, Acolyte, for the $5 left. Thank you for supporting my channel. We don't take child that say serious, guys, that we just don't. We don't, right? Like until something happens, look how long it's taken. So, anyways, let's keep. This is Vanity Fair. They dropped this today. Eric and Lyle extended family are set to be gathered for a press conference at an LA courthouse on Wednesday, tomorrow. So I'm gonna see about streaming that tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my best, you guys. I'm gonna do my best because I got baby bunny, and you know how that works. You said the judge threw it out because it didn't fit the batter woman syndrome because they were dudes. That's right, Zenu. That's right. We just don't take it serious. We don't. Uh, that's what we could say about that. Uh, how much of 35 years is your life? How much does that cost? What does that mean to you? Keep that in mind. Okay, the campaign to free Eric and Lyle Menendez is gaining momentum. A source close to the case says that a large number of the Menéndez brothers' extended family will be in Los Angeles for a press conference at the Clara Shortridge Fultz Criminal Justice Center courthouse this Wednesday. The brothers' aunt, Joanne Vander, is it Molin? Told Vanity Fair that they were invited by the LA County District Attorney George Gascon. It is unclear if Gascon will attend the press conference himself, but it's the family's hope that he will recommend that the brothers be resentenced after 34 years in custody. If the DA were to recommend a revised sentence, a judge would then preside over a hearing. Gascon did not respond to Vanity Fair requests for comment, but sources with knowledge of the situation believe the DA will make an announcement about resentencing in a few weeks. Now, notice how the wording, they are not saying, all right, you're free to go. They're not saying like they're releasing them. They're saying resentencing. Okay. I think it's important to kind of point that out, right? Because they did the crime, right? Like they did the crime. But what wasn't taken into consideration was the abuse and the years that they went through. You said, I don't believe they'll be released. Maybe they won't be. Maybe it's resentencing. They're not saying they'll be released. It says resentencing. So I am kind of curious to know what this is going to look like. But I think, and here's my hope. All right. Oh man, somebody's going to shoot me for saying this. I want to say it anyways. Okay. Look, Lyle and Eric Menendez, I hope that they truly do something and get into the advocacy work of these kinds of cases that they have encountered. Please do better than Gypsy Rose. Oh my God, please do better than Gypsy Rose. Don't shoot the rabbit. Don't shoot me, but put your shit, stop. Listen, hear me out. Please do better. Please do better than Gypsy Rose. Please. Because let me tell you, what we don't need is history repeating itself. We don't need history repeating itself. We don't need this, okay? Because let me tell you, there's a lot of kids out there in the similar situations that these two have been in, that are, and we don't have enough advocacy. You know what I mean? And to me, thank you for saying this. We need help. You know what I mean? We need help. We need more advocacy. Oh, thank you for saying. We need more advocacy for male victims. Please. Please, we need more advocacy for male victims. We don't have enough. There's too much shaming, especially you guys. Like, I'm telling you, like, when we read those Diddy lawsuits yesterday, I went to bed thinking about the young man that was working for Echo at the Macy's store. I'm sorry. Like, that shit got to me because it was just like I could see this in my mind play out. And I said, I need to chill out a little bit with reading all these lawsuits because it does get a little too much for me. Thank you, Spicy Peach. That's my hope. Okay. My hope is that they get into the advocacy work, that they advocate specifically for males. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Surge is a great example of a great advocate, of somebody that protest. Like, we need more people, more men like Serge. We do. We need more men that are willing to speak out and be unapologetic about the things that they say. Yeah. Okay. Let me cough. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, okay. So Lyle and Eric have spent decades in jail without the possibility of parole. They were convicted in 1996 of murdering their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, with shotguns in the den of their Beverly Hill homes. At their trial, the prosecutor said that they acted out of greed. Remember, it was all about greed and money. That's what they made the Menendez. And part of it is, there was, listen, in 96, I was a child, so I don't remember all these details. I did read this case back again a couple months ago. But if I remember correctly, they had gone like on a shopping spree or something like that. And so, that made them like, oh, they just did it for the money type of situation. Okay, that's what they said. Jose had sexually abused them and they feared for their lives. The details of the murders were harrowing, as was the testimony of the molestation the brothers allegedly suffered. Among those who said to attending the press conference on Wednesday are the brothers and the aunt, their children. So everybody's going to be at this press conference that I have yet to see anything posted for. This is the first time I hear it. So Vanity Fair broke this today. So we're going to see about being able to attend this press conference, see if we can live stream it, because I am so here for it. I didn't live stream the first one because I think we were, covering a lot of the Diddy stuff. So hopefully we will get to that part. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I mean, right, their family seems supportive of the release, right? Like, and that's, in my opinion, I think the best part, right? Like, they are going to have somewhere to go. They are going to be supported, that they are. So, you know, I hope that let's just see what happens tomorrow. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna be a release. It sounds like it's just a revisit of the sentence. It might be released, it might be maybe something different. You said resentencing looks like release. They will have already served their time for the new sentence, right? Like they have to account to that. You said in 1996, the thought was the essay was a defense is right, Grandma Sherry. Like they thought that was just like a way in which, they were trying to get out of something. Like, no, they did what they did. That is fact. You can't sit there and say that they're innocent. They did what they did. However, um, was it a fair sentencing? Was everything into consideration? The fact that they were molested, they never lied about that. And the sad part is that they were never believed by government officials. I'm just saying. You said I believe them because of their body language. Shout out to you, Susie Q. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Lady Pamela, for emailing me. I've not ignored you. I saw it. I just haven't had time to respond. There are people in the U.S. jails for life because of drug charges, light charges at that. Crazy shit, right, Lady Pamela? I was an adult and followed the case. I was very disappointed at the sentencing. Not scot-free, but the sentencing was overkill, says Pink Bolo. Yeah. Mhm. I agree. Um, let's see what else you guys are saying. Disgusting. The judge didn't let that into the second trial. Okay. All right. We got to move on to a different part of this live stream. Welcome, everybody. Yes. Thank you, Lady Pamela. I do see them, y'all. I just get a lot of emails. And I might not always get to answer. Possibly. Let me pause this real quick. So let me give a little intro to this. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are subscribed, but Duty Ron is make sure I show his channel over here. Great YouTuber, okay? Fantastic YouTuber. Hold up, y'all. I definitely recommend his channel. I always love to see, this is Duty Ron. This is Mr. Duty Ron. And Ed Wallace, they have a show where they do a lot of true crime cases. Duty Ron is former law enforcement, many, many years of experience. A lot of the commentary that he gives is from the perspective of former law enforcement. Let me tell you, I love the fact that we have former law enforcement here on YouTube. I think that everybody former law enforcement, as far as like, I love Duty Ron's channel because he brings that perspective to the cases that are being talked about, right? So I'll never forget the case that we were following in December, Savannah Soto. That case, pregnant mom with who was killed. Unfortunately, her unborn child was killed and her boyfriend was killed. They were bringing the forensics to it with Ed Wallace. They were talking about it. They were talking about this. Like, I was just like, oh my God, like this, their ability to tell you their experience on the case and also give you commentary and give you maybe theories that are of sound, mind, and nothing so crazy. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I definitely recommend Duty Ron's channel. Make sure if Ahmad can drop a link. Thank you, Cheeks. I saw you. Thank you. Check out Duty Ron's channel. Okay. Now, my other point that I'm going to get to is that, yeah, he's very professional. Duty Ron gave commentary to what we know has been happening here on YouTube on the Sebastian Rogers case. Okay. You guys know that that case I've covered here and there briefly has been a bit of a circus. Like a circus, honestly. Way too much stuff going on in that case. You have Z-list celebrities getting involved, not in the way that is helpful, in the way in which that is creating chaos. Okay. You have people here that have done the most on that case. A YouTuber who received multiple TROs because she was harassing a family of a missing child. The case has gotten so horrific and just so like out of touch. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The circus, it's a circus, a whole damn circus. Okay. Honestly, and I'm glad that you guys are saying that. You're like, yeah, Rabbit, it's a circus. It's a circus. It's horrible. Yes, thank you. And I know, like, some of you guys I've been behind on a lot of what's been going on and everything, but a lot of you guys have been following. Like, what the hell is going on? You said do not. Yes, thank you. We do not give clout to the lady with the bullhorn or anything like that. We don't. Some people say, why don't you? No, we don't. It's fuck her forever. We don't do that over here, because what she has done to this case, not just this one, so many other ones. And I'm so glad, and this is why I'm bringing up Duty Ron. I am so glad, and it's so rare. Let me tell you, I'm gonna call this shit out too. It is so rare to see somebody with a channel that has over 300,000 subscribers. And make sure, yeah, over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube call out somebody like that woman and see and call it out for what it is and the shit show that has happened on that case. It is so rare to see somebody say, you know what? No, F that. We got to call that out. Because typically YouTubers that are of those numbers, they don't get in the mess of that. They don't even want to touch that because, they don't want to get in the mess. But it's really amazing to see somebody like Duty Ron, and he doesn't even know I'm giving him a shout out, but I'm just saying, and he's been in this chat before. It's really amazing to see somebody like Duty Ron do that, because it gives a lot of us YouTubers, and I'm still very much small in comparison, right? It gives us hope that, others that have the notoriety and the following also see the BS. Does that make sense? That's why I appreciate somebody like Duty Ron. That's what, like, 1000%. So he does a video, okay? And he and Ed Wallace are giving commentary to what is happening, okay? At this court hearing. This is the court hearing for the TROs. I think, well, they're not temporary. Some states call them TROs, PRs, stuff like that. Chico, in Tennessee, what do you call them directly? Because I know, you being on the same state. I want to make sure I get the abbreviations correctly. But he's giving commentary to this, and I just love that him and Ed Wallace did this together and basically rolled model for the true crime community. POs, thank you. Protective orders. Some states call them TROs, temporary protective orders, restraining orders, ROs, TROC. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, thank you, thank you, love. Hey, Poe. Hey, everybody coming through. Please hit that like button. Thank you, thank you. So they're giving commentary to this, right? And I'm listening. I'm like, God, yes, yes. I love this. And I want to give some commentary to the commentary that's been given.
They further
We're listening to the hearing.
That
Hey, Beth.
never directly called you, texted you, correct? Besides exchange receipts, hasn't contacted me other than via contacted you based off of.
Oh, and I think this is when his video was running, but let me get to that mark that I want to hear his commentary at. Here it is.
Sebastian Rogers. And it's so negatively impactful on the case that it takes people who, let's just say there is somebody watching a video about Sebastian being missing that wants to donate money or that wants to donate resources, and they see this circus. They see court proceedings happening.
Yes.
Because of people on YouTube making this thing into a circus. It deters people from wanting to help. Ed, I wanted to go with you for some of your thoughts on that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as I said, you're taking valuable resources in a time where most law enforcement agencies are having their budgets cut and so forth, away from the investigation to deal with your nonsense.
Absolutely.
Of a potential suspect. Let me give you that. I mean, these people have not. The investigation has not been closed. These people have not been cleared. Okay, the mother and the stepdad have not been cleared, nor has.
Oh my God. And shout out to Poe. Poe said he's covering the Leilani Simon trial. Let's go to Leilani Simon real quick. Okay. What did YouTubers do in the Leilani Simon trial? Or excuse me, not the trial, the case. When law enforcement in Georgia were still trying to find this baby, what did they have in addition to having to find the body of this baby in a landfill? Who did they have to deal with while all of that was going on? You had twerking protesters out there. You had people intentionally like effing up a case. Like, this is not okay. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to wind up happening here on YouTube, okay? It's going to get to a point where someone's really going to get hurt. People have already gotten arrested. We've had people, I don't know, CPS has been called on people. Different things have happened here online while these cases are happening, whether you have a missing loved one or somebody's been murdered, whatever it may be, right? You have these people that quote unquote are protesting out there, okay, outside of people's homes in the name of a missing child, while you have law enforcement out there, in addition to splitting law enforcement up to the other side to take care of these protesters that are also harassing the families that are there. They're just neighbors. They don't even know what's going on. We're just neighbors. But y'all are protesting here at different hours, all in the name of just trying to get on TV, on court TV and Law and Crime, and taking those resources that could be used to go find this missing baby. Y'all are doing that over there. And then here on YouTube, you have the YouTube channels. And I could name so many off my head, right? Where they're putting the picture of Sebastian Rogers, parents, step-parent, whatever it may be, and then poking holes or at least trying to somehow, and they have no experience, mind you. The only experience they have in true crime, if anything, because they didn't go to school, and I'm not saying you have to. It's one thing to report on a case and bring awareness, right? Do that. But they have no idea what the hell. So they're just kind of adding to it. Then they go in there and they go into they start pulling floor plans from online so that people can see what people's houses look like. They start doing this bullshit stream after stream where they're bashing parents that they don't even know because their child went missing. And then in this idea that I would have done it this way if I was his mom, if I would never, if my child, I would never. But yet the same people that were protesting at Leilani Simon's house had open CPS cases, and y'all are over here protesting a parent when you got an open CPS case. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? That's the kind of stuff that you see here. This right here is not real. Then you have creators that do the little thumbnails that say a body was found when a body was never found. And then they have Sebastian Rogers' case or Summer Wells' case, or they have somebody else. You put the name in there, and that's who they have in there. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's what this is. That's what true crime YouTube has become. That's what it is. So when all of this was going down, especially with Sebastian Rogers and Madeline Soto and all these cases were coming up, I said, Lord have mercy. Yo, let me tell you, I can't, that mentally, emotionally, and I've said it time and time again, I cannot handle. That I cannot handle. Because that shit will drive me crazy. I'm going to be fighting with everybody on the internet. It's hard. So this is why when I see somebody like Diddy Brown, Ed Wallace taking the time to really peel the onion, give some actual former law enforcement perspective to a case, that's gold. Because they're not taking it to this other place of it's a dead body, it's a cold case, it's clickbait. I love that. I love that. Yes, YouTubers have, let me tell you, time and time again. Time and time again. You said spirit box. Oh my God. Then they bring up their spirit box on a missing child. They try to contact, we don't even know if the child died. And they try to contact the spirit of a missing child through a spirit box. What? They literally try to pull a Sylvia Brown on us here. A Miss Cleo here. That's what they do. I cannot, man. I'm telling you, true crime channels are like the good ones are becoming way, and I've had to let go of people that have supported that shit. I'm telling you, I've had to take a stand and say, listen, I love you, but I don't do shit that way. Sorry, I do things this way. You have to let go of people. People come and go, people unsubscribe when you're not feeding that kind of frenzy. When you're not feeding that side of the true crime area. So what happens?
As the father. So there's still an investigation going on. And now you're causing all kinds of mayhem in this investigation.
Wait. Mommer said I was at Sylvia Brown's wedding and funeral. Really, Mommers? I'm specifically talking about when she was on the Montel show. That's all. Shout out to Mommers. You went to her wedding and funeral? Really? Oh my God.
Investigation. All right.
That's cool.
You have to think before you do. I mean, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do that.
That's right.
Okay. And you have to understand that, for every action, there's going to be a reaction. And some of these things, the consequences of which you're dealing with it now because of what you've done.
Right.
And these are life lessons that you should have learned as a child, that your parents should have taught your children these life lessons about consequences.
Right. And she has a history. I mean, look.
So Ed Wallace and Diddy Brown are talking about that YouTuber having a history of ruining cases here, getting involved and everything. Okay. And let me say this. I love how Ed Wallace said, because this brought me back to like social work 101, right? Some of this stuff. Okay. Let me figure out how to say this, right? You never stop learning, right? Y'all agree with that. We never stop learning. We never stop evolving. Matter of fact, you should never stop learning or evolving, right? But at some point, it becomes a situation where if you don't learn in your, teens, 20s about the things, that like all of that, it's, patterns of behavior over and over. So one thing he says here, and I always kind of wonder, I said, I wonder if the reason why some of these YouTubers do the most on YouTube in true crime cases is because they don't feel like they ever accomplish anything in their younger years. And therefore they need to do all of this here. And what else do they have to lose? Nothing else, right? They're going to get their accolades. They're going to get their, shout outs here and their super chats and cash apps and super stickers. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I do wonder personally if this is really about, getting something from life that you weren't able to achieve before, and maybe validation specifically, right? Something to that effect.
I don't, for me, it doesn't matter what happened in the past, but she's not a young person. She's an adult. She's
Yep.
at least in her 40s or maybe 50. I don't know. But the bottom line is that she has life experience where she's been in trouble in the past. And that doesn't matter here. What matters is like you said, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes and not do them again. We saw it in the Quentin Simon case. We saw it in Summer Wells. She went over to Don Wells' work with a bunch of other people and got the guy fired from his jobs allegedly.
That's what she did.
And these are all things that have happened in the past.
When a YouTuber inserts themselves into cases, uses this platform to stream that, yeah, like we all saw that shit go down. It's definitely abusive behavior. That's what it is. You said, isn't it what she's done on the case to the cases break YouTube standards? Or you mean YouTube policies enough that they should just ban her from the platform? People get banned for less. Does that make sense? You would think that that would be enough to ban her. You know what I mean? But it's not always. Mommer says, Mommers, I hear you. I gave the reference to some of the cases where she has predicted that some people were alive when they were dead, were not alive. She's done that in some cases, and she was wrong on some of that. And it affected, and people spoke out afterwards. I forget the young gentleman that she said he was dead and he would be found in water. And he wasn't dead. He was alive. He had been like basically held against his will. And so then for many years, he wanted to like for many years, people thought that he was dead and he wasn't. That's the one. There's a couple cases that she did that. Was it Jacob? I forget. There was a case specifically. Jacob, what was his last name? Weatherling? Yes. So there's been a couple of that, Mommers, where she gave misinformation. She told in the national television that he was dead, and that wasn't the case. And he spoke out. You would imagine. Yeah, I got you. No worries, Mommers. I get you. I get you. You knew her personally. I get you. So some of those cases, and I think it's a little bit different for you, right? Because it's like if you knew her personally, I definitely respect your relationship. I'm giving my commentary to what we all saw publicly. But Mommers clearly has an experience that is different than all of us. All right. And I think we have to respect that. So thank you, Mommers, for sharing. I'm sharing what we've seen and what people tend to do here as well, that they take a page off of that and, throw stuff at the wall. And that could be very dangerous for an active missing child case. You know what I mean? Definitely. You said, my problem is that as a medium, I don't think it's ethical to bring these cases to a public platform. That's disrespectful to the families and the deceased. Yeah. Is it in her place? You know what I mean? Is it in her place to say that, or was it anybody? Anybody. Like some folks say, I will always love Sylvia. I hear you. And I think that's the piece. It's like we have to recognize that there is some criticism about what she did in the past. That's just how it is. You learn from your mistakes. Gotcha. So Jeno says, look, you learn from your mistakes is what normal people do. Then there are followers that think nothing this person is doing is wrong. How do you convince that yeah, okay. How do you convince that the innocent that believe in it? This is a tough one, okay? Because it is not up to you guys or to us to try to teach. Like somebody said, you can't teach an old dog tricks. It's not up to us to educate somebody. You know what I mean? Especially because then that enables this parasocial relationship that a lot of us need to be careful when we have one. So thank you for hitting the like button. So that being said, though, it's not on us. You guys, like, it's not on us to try to reteach this woman or anybody else that comes on YouTube how to do things different. Matter of fact, YouTube shouldn't even be the place where you're like trying to build up that. I make the example of how people tried, like they struggled in their early years, and so they try to make YouTube into this like successful thing for this like accolades and things that they get here on a true crime case that they're not party to. They're not even reporting. They're literally just inserting themselves, and it gets a little dangerous. That's really what is concerning. And that's really what Duty Ron is saying here. Like, listen, she's got a track record of doing all of this. Thank you, Brenda Prove. So yes, and I need to share this. I'm thankful for lawyer Mystery Maven starting her nonprofit Faces Foundation against crime victim exploitation. I think that's what it is in social media. I pray she gets all the support. Yeah, and I would love to share her information on that. I haven't been able to go on her page, but definitely we'll probably head over there. Gotcha. Okay, you said, oh, look, it says, comment, Jake Wetteling was my friend. He was missing over 20 years. They did find him, and it was proven that he only lived 3 weeks after the guy took him. Says, is it Michelle? Michelle, thank you so much for sharing that. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Hold up. Exploitation, no worries. That's what I figured you would say. Ooh, you guys see your baby bunny? Oh my God, that's crazy. So she's gonna sue this judge? Lord have mercy, that's crazy. You said, I'm sorry if anyone was not helped by Sylvia. I know her heart was in the right place. Thank you so much, Mommers. Shout out to you. Like I said, I don't want you to feel like anybody's piling on you or anything like that, but we're just kind of, sharing the different perspective that's been given about her. Thank you, Chico. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going.
And now you look at this, right? And you look at this and you say to yourself, where's that screw loose? What's happening with this person? Why is this person continuing to do this? And why, another thing is why are people cheerleading her on? Why are people getting behind her and saying, you're doing a great job?
Because they love the train wreck. Because they see where this is going, right?
I watched her outside of one of the jails in Georgia when another YouTuber got locked up, and she was calling the correction officers frauds, fakes, phonies, that, shame on you, you're not doing your job. And she called out Sheriff Hadley and said that he should be fired. She actually claimed that she got him fired at one point on her YouTube channel. The guy's still the sheriff there. He was going to leave and take the sheriff's position in the state of Texas, but he decided not to, and he's still there, and he's still in his position. Ed, you got something?
So why? And it's crazy to me because it's like people want to support her, but nobody corrects her. So now because these TROs were granted, or these ROs were granted by the court, somehow there's corruption. Let me know. How does that work?
I'm up there.
No, Kelly Dime nailed it right here. The problem is she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong, and now she thinks she's the victim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. She's a self-appointed investigator, self-appointed journalist, and she takes up these high-profile cases, and she's got it in her mind somehow that she is.
I don't know if it's, Pika says her followers are willfully ignorant. Why they refuse to believe in the facts that they are slapping. I don't think that they're willfully ignorant. I honestly think that they, it's that parasocial relationship. So much so that it's like, you don't care that the person's doing wrong. You're not going to say anything about it. You're just going to let them go. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to, I don't know. It's like weird. Like maybe they are willfully ignorant, but maybe they think like, oh yeah, she's a shit. She knows. Can y'all tell me what outside of like the perfect case in true crime? Okay. And Sebastian Rogers is a perfect case on YouTube. And it never fails. Summer Wells is the same. Think about it this way. If you're looking at, if a case were to happen today, say a missing child goes, there's a missing child on separate case. You know what a YouTuber does? You know what they look for? They look for the parents, and then they do a live stream and they figure out parent behavior. Oh, they look suspicious. that dad, oh, it turns out that it was a stepchild, so that means that, do you know what the research says, right? Step parents are more likely to murder children that aren't biologically theirs. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's that. So villainize the parents. Pick at things that are weird about, maybe behaviors. Well, the child has ADHD. I would never let my child be unsupervised because they have ADHD. These are things, it's the same with Summer Wells. Well, what kind of a father and a mother would do something like that? And all they gave Summer Wells is a hot dog to eat. And, and they start picking at the things that some of us as parents, we would find very suspect. And that, my friends, is a perfect true crime case, because you got the people here in the chat, you're playing on their outrage. Here in true crime, people play on your outrage all the time. All the time. Okay? I can name you a lot of people that play on your outrage that are really fucking good at it too. That all they need to do, she cares about the case. Send her $20 super chat. She cares about the case. It's how it starts. Then the speculation, then the gossip, then you get the creator that's pulling Facebook posts from 2018 where she's talking shit about her child on there. Maybe she's venting. Never did she think that this shit was going to be posted, 10 years later after her child went missing. Then they start looking into other Facebook posts from other relatives, and then turns out that the stepfather has a record. Don't you get it, guys? Somebody always has to be a villain in a true crime case. That's how a true crime case plays out. And Dog the Bounty Hunter has realized that he can't make money on his reality TV show. He's going to make money here with this case. That's how this works. And the minute that a subscriber or a supporter or somebody in the channel starts saying something different about, well, let's look at this way. Is it possible that this is the way? No, you get blocked. You get thrown out. You get blocked. That's what happens. That's how it is. That's how a true crime case works. There's always got to be a bad parent, a bad guy. That's what happens. Yep.
Helping these investigations, and she is not.
She's hindering them. She's hindering.
We report, Ron and I report the facts. We bring you the story, and we tell you, from our personal experiences as detectives in the NYPD, what things mean and how we view things based upon what we learn from the reports that are been in the news about specific high-profile cases.
You don't see these former law enforcement, retired law enforcement, going out there and causing a shit show for a case. And by all means, trust me that they probably have a lot of resources. They probably know how the situation works. Trust me, but they don't do it. Ask yourselves. These men are the ones, Pose in the chat. He's got experience. These guys right here, they have the experience. The woman right there does it. Like, I have a bachelor's in criminology. That doesn't make me an internet detective. Hell, that doesn't make me a detective.
We don't go out to some suspect as self-appointed vigilantes and start following them around and harassing them and making phone calls and ghosting them or outing them and all of this stuff. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And this is another thing too, is like people are saying like she calls herself the victim. Everybody's wrong. Like, in other words, since the judge didn't rule in her favor, the judge is now corrupt. And look, the judge is looking at all of the facts of the case. Judges in this country don't just all of a sudden make a decision up before the court starts. They have, like you said, they have their law clerks, they have their investigative folks that go and grab data and documents.
Absolutely.
And then you have the defense and you have the prosecution who brings the case forward to them. In this case, it was two attorneys, but they both did their due diligence, fighting her for her defense and fighting for the Proudfoots. And the bottom line is that we're looking at Jagaloonism 101 is what's happening here. And I'm going to just
Gino, thank you so much. Jen, no, thank you for being a member for 12 months. Shout out to you. Much respect. We're bringing awareness to this. Thank you, love. Thank you guys for supporting me. Like I said, y'all can just, do whatever you want. But shout out to you guys. Did you guys catch that name? You said DA making a statement tomorrow. Jillian, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna try to find out where. If you guys find out where, shoot me an email. All right. Let me put the email up. If you guys, we're talking about the Menendez. If you guys find out where exactly, let me know, because I'd like to stream it, but it depends on the time, because I got Baby Bunny, she's number one. She's number one. All right.
play some audio of this is from June. Okay, so this
Listen to
case
this.
started in February, and this call was June from Bullhorn Betty to Chris Proudfoot, and she put this on her own channel. And I'm just going to play the audio because it's from another channel that I guess clipped it. But I think it's important to hear it because this is how bold and brazen she is, and this is how she feels that she's entitled to do the things that you're not supposed to do if you're.
Okay, so imagine this: you have a missing child, then you have a YouTuber that's interested in your missing child case. You are the parent of a missing child. Then you got this damn lunatic. Just listen to what she says.
Good citizen. So let's take a listen to just the audio of this.
Contacted these people. I've never contacted these people. I've never had anybody contact these people. This is infuriating, right? Katie and Chris. Oh, Chris, remember that text message I told? Oh, let's read.
She's talking directly to Chris now. Chris Proudfoot. That's Katie Proudfoot's husband, or
the stepfather of Sebastian Rogers. Okay.
Significant other. Not the father. That's not Sebastian's father, but that's who was living at the house where he went missing from. So it's the mom, biological mom's either boyfriend or husband, and she's directly talking to him. She's on the screen. She's talking, but I don't even want to give her the time. So I'm just going to let you guys listen to this audio. So
shout out to Duty Ron. Oh my God, Duty Ron.
Now this is her talking to him, and she shows her phone and shows his name with his number, or his name, his contact, and then she says what she says right on the video.
Read the text message I sent you.
Are you going to show it?
I'm not going to read your response to me, but I'll read my message because I want to see if it rings true to you now, Mr. Proudfoot. Oh, I put a message. Oh, it was a voicemail message. And just to show you that this is the real Chris Proudfoot. Okay. I just don't want you seeing the message he wrote me because I don't have his permission to use it. That was weird. I didn't play my voicemail clip.
It's Bullhorn Betty. I did want to stop by because I saw you on another channel that protects criminals, which is kind of odd that you circulate those channels. However, there was one comment that you made about how we need to take law classes. And I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you know this about me, that I worked in law offices for years. I have a paralegal degree.
There you have it. So I said this earlier on, and there was a bunch of people in the chat saying she's never said she has a paralegal degree, but here she is saying it to Chris Proudfoot.
Okay, hold up. What is a paralegal degree? I've heard of paralegal, like there's a certificate for it. What the hell is a Let me see. Let me go on Google. Can I get a degree in paralegal? Is it like paralegal studies? Let me know. I want to know. I've never heard of this. Hold up. Not now. Okay, looks like, all right. The AI is telling me, yes, you can get a degree in paralegal studies to become a paralegal, but it's a certificate program. Now, there is an associate's degree in paralegal work, and there might be a bachelor's degree program. Girl, let me keep playing this.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
With honors. I have a paralegal degree.
Hey, stop.
Wait a minute. She said she got a paralegal degree with honors. Girl, like what? What is it? Summa cum laude? What is it? Can I just tell you guys, as somebody who graduated from 2 colleges, unless you're very rarely does your honors really matter. You know, you don't even put that shit on a resume, to be quite honest with you. You said maybe you've never heard of it. Yeah, I never heard of it, but I guess you can. Mommer says, look, I just make up things and not to stop it. You know, some DeVry stuff is legit. I'm just saying. Look at her face. She thinks she ate with that. She thinks she ate with that. I graduated with honors. Who the fuck cares? That shit don't matter. Who cares? That doesn't matter. You don't put that on your resume. Trust me when I tell you, I've hired a lot of people in government. We don't look for your GPA. Matter of fact, don't put that shit on your resume. If you're looking for, don't put your GPA unless you're going to law school. Then that matters, you know, because they want to know your GPA from your other, you know, that's the educational part. But don't put that shit on your don't.
Graduated with honors.
Ed,
Where have we heard this kind of language before? I graduated law school, summa cum laude.
oh, yes, Ed. Say it loud. Say it proud. Yeah, we heard this.
And then she murders her 16-year-old. Oh my God.
Despicable.
Typically, people that have graduated with honors don't typically say that they've graduated with honors. You know what I mean? So you don't really talk about that. You don't need to. Your work should speak for itself.
So let's listen.
As a matter of fact, so I have a paralegal degree, and I graduated with honors. As a matter of fact, so I know you think I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm doing, but I can promise you I do. And I've done investigative work on cases just like this many other times.
A paralegal doing investigative work.
So if you would like to talk off the record, I'm happy to hear what you have to say. But honestly, this is where I stand. So take it for what you will.
I fucking love Duty Ron, and like Duty Ron's face and Ed Wallace's.
So, Chris, I just wanted to let you know.
June.
How do you like me now? I mean, you didn't like me before. But I just want to let you know, knock, knock. Hi, I'm Bullhorn Betty. I told you I would be up in your orifices and up in your colon.
A judge saw that and Chico, correct. This is the video that the judge saw and granted those restraining orders. Am I correct? If if somebody has a restraining order on you for stalking and you go online and you tell that person that you're going to be up their colon, bitch, you're getting a restraining order. That is restraining order talk right there.
I'm not far enough yet.
Oh,
I'm not far enough. I told you to be painless. Like you didn't even know I was up there until boom.
Right?
I see a polyp.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is where I question mental health here.
No. That's not normal behavior, guys. That's not normal behavior. That's not okay. People, that's not true crime. But that's what people do in true crime. Dino, thank you for the $1.99. Knock, knock. It's Dino Pollo. I'm in your colon. It's weird. Right, Anime. The voice is cringe.
Like she's telling this guy she's up his ass and she sees a polyp. Ed?
There's no doubt in my mind the judge saw this.
Can you imagine?
And it was probably introduced there. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And listen, I called you.
And let me tell you, thank you for saying this, beautiful. Stop excusing the bad behavior with the mental health excuse, because people, even with mental health issues, are held accountable for their behaviors. So yeah, I agree with you on that. It's not our issue. It's none of my business that this woman just needs to be held accountable. And it looks like she is definitely being held accountable to a certain degree. Oh my God. That's too much.
Today, just, you know, because I hadn't seen this. I didn't know that there was this court hearing on Thursday, but thank you to one of our viewers who put me onto it. I don't have time to look at this nonsense. I feel like this is a waste of time.
Absolutely. A waste of time, a waste of resources for the family of a missing child. People on the internet are doing the most when they shouldn't be. That's too much. That's way too much. Anyways. Ay, Dios mío, guys. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for talking to me tonight. Shout out to you guys. Let me shout out some folks. Canvas, thank you again for the 5 gifted memberships. Venus, thank you. Jill, thank you. The Acolyte, thank you. Jen, no, thank you. Dino Nuggets, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I am gonna head out because I gotta go tend to my baby bunny. If you're watching the replay, I gotta put a thumbnail and everything. But you guys are amazing. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. So tomorrow I'm gonna see about what time the Menéndez Brothers press conference is happening because I need to know what time it is. I'm kind of curious to know. Did you figure it out? I haven't figured it out yet. I gotta look into it. Thank you, Night Charm. You mean your name? Can I just say Renee? You gotta message me, girl. Let me know and break it down because I forget. I'm telling you. Just spell Ren. Is it Renee or Renee? Renee or Renee? I want to make sure I said it. Thanks, Sinner, for stopping by. Everybody, let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're watching the replay, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you check out Diddy Braun and his channel. All right. Bye, guys. Where's my exit door? Oh, man. By the way, I'm doing a whole change on this channel with intros and outros. Bye, guys.